Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Coffee with Graeme with your host, Graeme Forsyth. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful morning. Hope you guys brought your cup of joe along for you guys with this show, no pun intended. But we're really excited to get going, and hopefully you guys are staying safe during this COVID-19 pandemic. Just really an awful time in the world right now. Hopefully everyone is staying safe and staying home. Today, we got our first guest ever on this show. It's the defenseman for the Yellowhead Chiefs female U18 AAA team, Jaida Chartrand, joining us on the show now. Jaida, how's it going?
That's going good. How about you?
It's going great. It's early in the morning, but thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. So just right off the bat, how have you been keeping yourself busy during this whole COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, I've been doing lots of homework and now lots of college stuff, and I've also been working out and working on my hockey skills and things like that.
Nice. So have you been able to see any friends or family while social distancing, or has it been just FaceTiming and texting?
Mostly just FaceTiming and texting. Don't want to risk anything at a time like this, you know.
Right. Just staying safe. That's awesome. So before we get into talking about hockey, I've heard that you're a pretty good basketball player. When did you start playing basketball?
Um, well, mainly it was just like family stuff, but then in middle school I started to get into on a team, and eventually I had to stop playing basketball to pursue hockey, but yeah, it was mainly middle school and early high school.
So it's just kind of for fun, just more of a pastime than anything.
Yeah.
So how important do you think it is to be a multi-sport athlete, just playing just not one sport, but two or even maybe three sports?
I think it's really great because you're always keeping busy, you're always meeting new people and staying active and being healthy and things like that.
Nice. So you spent the last 3 seasons playing for the Yellowhead Chiefs. I saw that one of your goals while playing for the Chiefs was to improve your personal game overall. When you mean personal game, do you mean your game overall or a specific part of your game?
I think it was overall because, well, there's always little things about everything that you can always improve about yourself, and that's what I wanted to do is just the little things and then make the whole game better as a whole.
Do you feel like in those 3 years that you've succeeded in improving your personal game overall?
Yes, definitely. And the coaches and everyone have definitely helped me a lot to pursue that.
Nice. How different of a player are you right now compared to when you started off in your first year with the Chiefs?
I'd say I am very different. Mainly I was more like laid back and a little too physical, I'd say. Um, but now, like, I'm a more of a team player, and I just want to help the team any way that I can instead of being that individual girl on the ice. So I just do anything I can to help the team, no matter what that position is.
Nice. So, from looking at your player card on the Yellowhead Chiefs website, I had a chance to look at it. Commitment came up twice as you won the Neepawa Hockey Commitment Award, and in basketball, you won the Commitment Player Award for the Magic as well. So, first of all, congratulations. Those are two great achievements.
Thank you.
Would you say that commitment has kind of paved the way for the success and the player you are now?
Yeah, I've always been really committed. If I had a game, I'd be there and nothing would stop me from going. I remember one time I had a basketball game and a hockey game in the same day, and I went to both, and I was kind of had to rush both places, but I still made it to both, and I committed to my team, so I was there for both of them.
Yeah, so it's great. Commitment is a huge part of who you are as a player and as a person. Um, so if there's one player, this is kind of cliche, but if there's one player that you model your game after, like someone in the pros, who would that be?
Definitely Bridget Laclette. She's been a really big inspiration for me these past how many years.
Nice. Your team finished third place this season with a record of 19 wins and 9 losses. In the first round, you guys swept Pembina Valley, but then in the semifinals, I saw you guys ran into the Winnipeg Ice and lost in a heartbreaking game 5. Obviously, it always hurts to lose, but how did this loss feel, knowing that it's your last time ever wearing a Chiefs jersey?
Yeah, it definitely hit different, and definitely in those last few minutes when we were giving it everything we had the whole game, and it could go either way. And in the last minutes, and you're really realizing it was really heartbreaking. But I was glad to be on the ice for the last minutes, wearing my Chiefs jersey for the last time.
How was the atmosphere in the dressing room afterwards?
It was really heartwarming because we were all just being with each other. It wasn't like get undressed and pack up right away. We were all just spending our last moments together at a game. So we were all just giving each other hugs and, things like that.
Did it take a while for you to get over the loss?
Yeah. Took a couple days, maybe a week. I was pretty upset about it, looking at old pictures and stuff. But definitely going to our last practice before all of the pandemic happened. It was really helpful to go see them again, and they're gonna be my friends for life, so it's not like anything's really over.
Right. So you say you've made friends for life with this team.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So just let's go back to the first skate of the year. Did you guys when you first got into the dressing room, was there a lot of hope to get to where you guys got to this season?
Yes, there's looking around the room, I see that there was so much talent in the room, and if we all came together as a team, I knew that we could do anything and beat anyone, which we did throughout the year in regular season games. If we really wanted to, we can beat anyone in the league, and we showed up to play, and yeah, definitely.
Would you say out of the 3 years you played for the Chiefs, was this the most talented team you guys had?
Um, well, I think that they're all pretty equal. It was just more team chemistry that we had for the younger girls and our older girls. We just came together a lot easier, I think, than the past years. So that really helped.
So you talked about it took about a week for you to get over the loss. How important do you think it is for athletes and just competitors in general to really take some time and reflect on the season instead of just moving past it right away?
I think it's really important because you get to look back at everything you did and learn from it, and just like I would watch old videos, and even on bus rides our coach Derek Tibbetts would come up to us and show us video from last game that we played the ice and show us what they do the same and what you can do better next time and what you need to improve on to better yourself and the team.
Nice. Just talking about your coaching staff for a minute. How big of a part did the coaches play in the role of making you a better player throughout these 3 years?
Oh, they played a pretty big role. They're they're great. They're not just like they work with the team, they work with individuals too. Like if you're having an off day, they'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, like is everything okay? What's wrong?" Or they'll just pump you up in practice to get you going and even in games. And yeah, for me, they always told me what I was doing good, what I need to keep doing, and what their expectations were and how I could get there. And they helped a lot with that. They shaped me into the person and the player that I am today.
That's awesome. So you'd say they're more than coaches to you, like they're role models, you would say.
Yeah, they're definitely role models, and they're family now. I've known them for 3 years, and yeah, they've been there for me. So yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna get into the college stuff in just a moment here. First, we're going to head to our first commercial break and our only commercial break, and we're going to hear from our supportive, lovely sponsors here. So just stay with us, Jada.
All right. Thank you.
All right, and we're back here on the first episode of Coffee with Graeme with your host, Graeme Forsyth, joined by Jaida Chartrand, former defenseman of the Yellowhead AAA U18 women's team Chiefs. So we talked about your time with Yellowhead in the first part of the interview. Now we're going to be just diving into the college stuff a bit. So you decided to commit to the Dakota College at Bottineau women's hockey team. What was the reason you decided to take your talents there specifically?
Um, well, it was kind of just like my coach Derek Tibbetts. He just shot me a text one morning and said, this team is looking for players," and I gave them your number. And as soon as I talked to them and seeing how close it was to home compared to other places, and they had what I wanted to take, so yeah, it just felt right from the moment that I heard about it. And compared to other places, I think this is just the place for me to go.
Nice. Was there any other did you get any other offers or anything to play anywhere else?
Um, yes, I did. I did get. I got a few emails from a school down farther in the states, but seemed too far for me for home. And I also talked with ACC in Brandon for a little while, but that didn't really work out. So
Nice. While you're going to be attending school at Dakota College at Bottineau, it says you're going to be in early childhood education. First off, congratulations on that. That's a big
thank you.
accomplishment. Getting to do what you want. I found this interesting though. On your player card on the Yellowhead Chiefs website, it said that you wanted to earn a degree in athletic therapy while in university. So, what has changed since then?
Um, I think that I've always wanted to do athletic therapy and things like that, but I've always kind of just like been around kids too. So I think more I wanted to be, it kind of changed because athletic therapy is still pretty cool and stuff, but I more wanted to work with kids, and I thought, and I've always wanted to be a teacher too. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher. And now that my little brother is here, we're about 10 years apart, and I'm always with him. I've been spending time with him and teaching him stuff, and how fun that's been. So I just thought I should pursue teaching, and that is something that I would really like to do.
Nice. I might be far off here, but the relationship you and your little brother have, would you say that's kind of changed your perception on things too of what you want to do?
Yeah, definitely has. It's shown me more of what I want to do of teaching. Seeing how excited he gets when he learns something new, especially during quarantine, and I have to help him do his homework, and how he just wants me to sit there with him and color with him, and how fun that is. And just seeing him get all happy that I'm doing it with him and teaching him new stuff.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Really nice to see. How's the support been from your parents throughout this whole process of you choosing schools?
They've been amazing. no matter what opportunity came up, they've just gotten really excited, and just they've been at times more excited than I've been, and they got really bittersweet moment when I was signing, and they're so supportive of everything and every decision that I've made. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just to have parents there to support you in a time where you're choosing something you're going to be attending for the next 2 years. That's always great to see. Is there a certain training regimen that the Jacks want you to follow this off season before you get to camp?
I would believe so, but I haven't seen anything yet. But either way, yeah, I would believe so.
Nice. I guess what have you been doing to stay in shape during this quarantine? Just stay in game shape.
Um, well, usually the past how many days we've been in quarantine, I've been going for bike rides and runs about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I would shoot pucks and take my dog for a walk and working out at home in the basement or outside. Just things like that, especially during quarantine when nothing else really to do but, get into shape and work out.
Nice. What are your personal goals going into your first season of college hockey?
Um, Honestly, just keep working and see how the league is, and hopefully I can get up to that level and keep my pace going, improve the little things again, and make a bond with my team and new girls that I've never met before, and make friendships and help the team as best as I possibly can.
Awesome. Have you had a chance to talk with your new coaching staff?
Um, no, we don't have an official coach yet, but I have talked to some people who are figuring that out, like the manager and such.
Nice. Um, so I did read that this is the first season of Jacks hockey at Dakota College. How special does it feel to be a part of something that's really going into its first year?
Yeah, that's really cool. It's like being a part of history too, and getting to be a part of that first team and set the tone for other girls coming up. And yeah, it's gonna be so cool.
Nice. So when it's all said and done in your college career, when you're finished in your last season, what do you, what's the expectation for Jaida Chartrand in her college career?
Um, well, I'm not really sure, but mainly just get everything that I can out of it. Just absorb everything that I can and experience just everything. Being with new girls, make some more best friends, and just have fun really while I'm doing the thing that I love.
Awesome. Well, Jaida, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. You seem like you're a hardworking kid. Thank you for,
Thank you.
yes, thank you for coming on the show today. And yeah, good luck in your first season of college hockey. Thanks.
Thank you.
No problem. That was Jaida Chartrand, former Yellowhead Chiefs, AAA U18 women's hockey team defenseman, number 8. And that's going to do it for today. Our first episode of Coffee with Graeme is officially in the books. And once again, we want to say thanks to our supportive sponsors for sponsoring the show today. Without you guys, this show probably wouldn't happen. So until next time, I've been your host, Graeme Forsyth, and this has been Coffee with Graeme here on Amateur Sports TV. Have a great one. Stay safe during quarantine, and remember, we'll get through this together.